Hello and welcome to Peru, to the 2013 Desafío Inca Dakar Series. This is the second event in Latin America this season. The first one in Argentina, the Desafío Ruta 40, and here we are in Peru with the famous Nazca lines, are among the archaeological greatest enigmas of Peru. And here we are in Paracas, at the bivouac, next to the Pacific Ocean, where 83 vehicles would start their scrutineering for this 2013 Desafío Inca Dakar Series. Motorcycles, quads, and cars, all being prepared for this new challenge. Mechanics, technical assistants, drivers, everybody getting ready. Here we see Cyril Desprez making his debut with Yamaha. And now, let's hear what Ramon Ferreiros, the local Peruvian driver, has to say about this 2013 Desafío Inca.
Here we are in Paracas in Peru. It's a very, very difficult event because the sand dunes here in Ica are really difficult, very soft sand, very warm, and a lot of wind. So it's going to be a difficult event because they're going to send us through the worst parts of the sand dunes here in Ica, and I'm sure that whoever gets stuck the least is the one that's going to be in front. So it's not going to be a matter of speed, but a matter of not getting stuck. I think it's going to be a very nice event.
A very nice event, says Ramon Ferreiros, and here we see Guilherme Spinelli with his Mitsubishi. The Brazilian driver also tells us about this 2013 Desafío Inca.
For us, will be a new challenge. We normally race in Brazil, which we don't have rally completely in desert like here. So we changed the car to a desert setup. We worked a little bit during Abu Dhabi rally at the beginning of the year, and now we have a nice team mixed between French people and Brazilian people, engineers and mechanics, and will be a new chance to develop a little bit more the ASX to a very hard rally, and sure good experience for us to learn a little bit more to race Dakar in January. The 2 times that Dakar crossed Peru was difficult stage, so we believe this rally will be difficult like Dakar was here.
And now with these dunes as a backdrop, let's hear what Cyril Desprez has to say about the Dakar leaving Africa and coming to Latin America.
There were not big change. I mean, you know, to make a race, you need a proper stages, which they organized. I saw the organizer organize some good stage. You need some competitors, of course, to fight also. And the same competitors in Africa were coming and were on the start in South America. Of course, the biggest change was the people, how they welcome us, how they were really happy to to see us riding. But I would say the same spirit of Dakar came with us from Africa to South America, and I will remember forever the first time I went in Atacama. It was just unreal. We were on the morning going up to the dunes. It was like mountains covered by sand, really. And then it was foggy, and I could not see anything riding on the top of these dunes or of these mountains. And suddenly we arrived in the top of the dunes. We were over the fog. It was like shadow, completely white, with a couple of dunes going out from this sun, this shadow, this fog, blue sky, sunshine, and I was in the race. I wanted to win the race, but at that time I stopped my bike, I take off my goggle, and I was really impressed about the scenery. It was just something I will remember forever, for sure.
And after 10 years with KTM, Cyril tells us about this new change with his new Yamaha.
This is a kind of new life for me, to change from KTM to Yamaha. You know, I would say that I still have something to achieve in my job, in my career, but I wanted to see if that's possible, to try a big challenge, a new experience, because I'm sure that's not only the bike who make the difference to be the fastest in the desert. You need the experience, you need to enjoy what you are doing, you need to enjoy navigating and trying to find the waypoints. And then the challenge is to see if what we achieved together on the past, if it's possible in the next few years to do it again with Yamaha. And I would say it should be possible to make a good result.
And now let's hear what he has to say about the 2013 routes of this Desafío Inca Dakar series.
The Desafío Inca this year, in this region particularly, which I know since 2012, it's really complicated for the navigation. It's complicated to spend a day in this place, and that's why I was motivated to come to try to enjoy, to try to ride and to prepare myself, of course, for the next Dakar. And I think it's one of the good regions I know in the world to make it.
And here we are in the province of Pisco, in the town of Paracas, the motorcycle and quad drivers before the start ceremony. Here the drivers of the cars, all getting ready for this Desafío Inca. And the start ceremony gets underway. Sandra Riano from Colombia with her quad. Everything ready for this Desafío Inca. The local, Daniel Hernandez, Lucas Boneto in quads. Argentina, Peru, Colombia. Sergio Lafuente, Uruguay, more than 10 countries represented. Here Claudio Rodriguez from Chile. David Castor with the number 2, Yamaha. And obviously the champion, Cyril Desprez, making his debut with his new Yamaha 450. With Etienne Levin, ASO representatives, and then down to cars. Guilherme Spinelli with his Mitsubishi, the Brazilian starting as the number 1 vehicle. And with car 201, Ramon Ferreiros from Peru, the local, also participating in this Desafío Inca 2013. And after the break, we'll be back with all the action from day one of this Desafío Inca 2013. And here we are in the Ica region. This area that was discovered by the Dakar is more than 21,000 square kilometers, almost the size of Belgium. 83 participants were getting ready for day one of this 2013 Desafío Inca. And now let's have a look at day one and the two stages that all the participants will have to use today. 189 kilometers of liaison and two stages of 154 Ks to round up 308 kilometers for the day. And now here we are at the start of the stage. And now let's hear what Juan Valdivia, the sporting director of the Desafío Inca, has to say about these dunes today. The Peruvian dunes have been qualified as one of the most difficult in the world. And here in this area, for the 3 days, they're going to be very difficult. It's going to be a very difficult training for all the participants. We have many dunes. Almost 60% of the stage will be dunes. It's going to be very technical, and you will find every kind of dune that you can imagine. Small ones, medium ones, and also a very difficult one for the drivers. David Castor, Cyril Desprez, and all the motorcycles getting ready for day one of this Desafío Inca. And off we go. 154 kilometers of stage that will be run twice during day one. Cyril Desprez opening the road with his Yamaha. Our helicopter following the French driver in this Desafío Inca 2013. It would be a close battle between Pablo Quintanilla from Chile, Juan Carlos Salvatierra from Bolivia, Eduardo Henrich from Peru, and the two French drivers, David Castor, Cyril Desprez, and also Claudio Rodriguez from Chile at the head of the pack. The Chilean driver Claudio Rodriguez with his Honda 450, also a participant in the Dakar, here also participating in this Dakar series. David Castor with his Yamaha 450 as well, navigating the dunes, trying to follow Cyril Desprez that was opening the road. Eduardo Henrich, the local Peruvian driver, also with his Honda 450, taking advantage of his local knowledge of the Peruvian dunes. Juan Carlos Salvatierra, the Bolivian driver, also having a very good day in the first part of this Dakar series. But at the end of the day, Pablo Quintanilla, the Chilean driver, with his KTM 450 would be the winner of this first stage, beating Juan Carlos Salvatierra but more than 4 minutes on day one. Eduardo Henrich from Peru would be third, while David Casto was fourth, Claudio Rodriguez was fifth, and Cyril Desprez with his new Yamaha was down to sixth, more than 13 minutes down on the Chilean driver. And here we see the difficulties of these Peruvian dunes. The Ica Desert in full. Small dunes, large dunes, and big drops. And this is how day one finished, with Pablo Quintanilla ahead, followed by Salvatierra, Henrich, Casto and Rodriguez. Cyril Desprez was sixth. But now let's hear what Pablo Quintanilla and Cyril Desprez had to say after day one.
It was a very difficult stage today. The dunes was very difficult, but I felt great in all the stage, so I'm very happy for the day. And now I'm looking and I'm working to the next day, because it's a very difficult day tomorrow. Too much dunes and navigation, so it's gonna be a tough day.
Yeah, of course, I will try to give my best until the end, but I'm really afraid that the navigation is so complicated that if tomorrow I can win some good time, after tomorrow I have to open the track again, and I will try. I will give all, but will be not so easy.
And now, let's see what happened with the quads on day one. Here we see with the number 100, Ignacio Casale from Chile, utilizing all his experience of the Dakar with his Yamaha Raptor 700, leading the pack and winning the day by more than 25 minutes over Sebastian Halpern from Argentina. Casale looking at our camera and navigating the dunes very firmly on day one. Sebastian Halpern from Argentina was finally second, trying to follow in the footsteps of the Chilean. And he was followed very closely by local driver Ignacio Flores from Peru with another Yamaha Raptor 700, almost 3 minutes behind him. Here we see Ignacio Flores from Peru navigating the Ica dunes. Daniel Mazuco from Argentina was finally fourth with the Can-Am, and Alex Hernandez from Peru with his Yamaha 106 was fifth. "24 quads finished day one. With Ignacio Casale leading the pack from Chile. And here's how day one finished. Casale more than 25 minutes over Halpern, Flores, Mazuco and Hernandez. Let's hear what the Chilean had to say after day one. I was able to manage a good rhythm. I was surprised by my rhythm. I was